Hi all, and welcome to Channel 1, your favorite news station, Revolutionary Reporters. I'm your host, Edward Jones. Here's my fellow reporter.
Hi, I'm Adam John.
And today, we're going to be talking about the French and Indian War with a surprise special guest. So, Adam, give us some background on the war.
For pleasure. So, basically, the French and Indian War was a conflict between Britain and France, along with the respective Native American allies. This war gave Britain control over North America. It ended with a British victory and the signing of the Treaty of Paris, which allowed Britain to control Canada and a lot of the land east of the Mississippi. This war's immense cost led to the Britain to tax the American colonies, which would go on to start the American Revolution.
Speaking of which, why don't we talk about someone who made major contributions to both wars? George Washington, the man who may have single-handedly helped British win the French and Indian War. He was in the dirt from this incident. Wait, I'm getting breaking news of a celebrity coming to talk with us. Introducing the man, the myth, the legend, George Washington.
How you doing? You getting fine?
I'm fine, my son. The journey was mad treacherous. The traffic with the horses was even worse than crossing the Delaware River.
That's all great, George. Stay tuned with us. We'll be right back after these ads to talk with the first president of the United States of America.
Have you ever been bored by tea lately? And have you ever just wanted to eradicate tea from your life? Well, I've got just the solution for you. Come to the Boston Harbor. We will have a masquerade party and a ceremonial tea party that involves dumping all that nasty tea that you hate straight into the ocean. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to the Boston Harbor to enjoy our fun activities that we have planned for you guys. Event starts at...
Side effects may include hanging, death penalties, treason, restriction of Boston Harbor, disappearance of money, inevitable war, forced action taken by the British Parliament directly that would make you pay. If you don't feel the Boston Harbor Tea Party is right for you, contact your nearest Son of Liberty and consult them, or send us a paper message written in black ink only.
It's $5.
Ooh. How about $1?
Getting what you want for less? Kogan.com. Clicking awesome.
Welcome back from the break, everyone. Please let us continue with the first president of America. So, George, how did the French and Indian War influence you?
My child, the war in Canada made me the man I was today. It gave me battle experience, victory, and defeat. It made me realize from the French and Indian War that many of the Indians fighting in the war were actually experienced in guerrilla warfare, and it would be crucial for our success in the Revolutionary War, as many of our patriots used this tactic in the fighting against the British.
Do you think that the name of the French and Indian War was justified or even correct? How would you name the war?
Well, I think this name is silly. It's true that the Indians were a crucial part of the war. However, the main fighting was between the French and the British. The British is completely left out of the name. The French were the main side that was fighting against the British, so it should be called the French and the British War, or the British versus the French, something along the lines of that.
Oh wow, Mr. President, that makes you wise. That's so wise of you. No wonder they called you wise. All that guerrilla warfare helped you out. Speaking of which, of guerrilla warfare, where did you guys use this in the Revolutionary War?
Well, during the Revolutionary War, our soldiers effectively used guerrilla warfare, relying on ambushes and hit-and-run tactics. At the battles of Lexington and Concord, our militia attacked the British forces from concealed positions during their retreat to Boston. In the South, many leaders harassed British troops and supply lines in swamps and forests. They also used this at the Kings Mountain and in numerous raids, disrupting British operations and contributing significantly to American success.
During the American Revolution, your leadership came into question. Do you know why?
Well, many of our soldiers believed that we wouldn't win this war. So many of them would desert us, which would leave us to have less soldiers in battle. With this, I thought we would lose this war, or even my position, until a battle against the Hessians made our team spirit and morale rise. The U.S. rejuvenated in the strength for the battles later, so I believe that without my leadership coming into question, we wouldn't have the strength to win the battles.
So, George, did you like the weather conditions in the French and Indian War, or did you view that as like a bad thing?
Well, during my time, most of the fighting was against the blizzards. Many of my men froze to death cruelly and just to fight for England. And to be honest, I mourned for many American soldiers. I hated the weather there, and it was mainly a really hard time period for me and my men to survive properly over there without dying.
So there's some speculations coming from outside sources that you replaced your normal teeth with hippo teeth. that true?
No, this is super silly. I would never do such a miserable thing. That would be terrible for me. Not once have I ever considered doing so. People who think otherwise are wrong. Rumors are not true.
So, George, why do you think the Americans won the war?
Well, I believe we won the war because we had more to lose. We had way more motivation and had way better opportunities for a new life. The British troops were just fighting because they were forced to. We fought because we had to. They outmatched us as soldiers, supplies, and weapons. But this is why I believe it doesn't decide the outcome of a war. War depends on great leadership, motivated soldiers, and a common goal. In our case, this was freedom. We were literally fighting for our rights to live.
So, during the Revolutionary War, there must have been many battles, but what would you say would be your favorite battle of the war?
Well, that's a difficult question. My favorite battle would have to be the Battle of Bunker Hill because that was a turning point in American history. Without the battle, we likely wouldn't have won the war, and that was considered my favorite battle because it introduced ideas of revolution and led to my presidency. This battle proved to everyone that the colonists had a very real possibility of war and that they couldn't be easily knocked down by the British.
So, okay, speaking of Bunker Hill, so it's been speculated that this name is not right. What would you name this battle, since many think it was improperly named?
Yes, I would have to agree with that. The battle barely took place at Bunker Hill. It was mostly at Breed's Hill. I think because of that, it should have been named the Breed's Hill. So I don't know why it was called Bunker Hill. That's weird.
So, George, what would you tell younger people about the Revolutionary War?
Well, for everyone viewing this channel, understand that life is not sunshine and rainbows. It comes with flaws and stuff that will make you puke and get hurt. You have to understand that things cannot change what the outcome will be. The only way to succeed in life is to fulfill what you think is right and work towards the ultimate goal of that. With this, you will live happily and properly.
Oh, thank you, Mr. President, and good luck in your upcoming term. And thanks to everyone viewing this channel. As I'm telling you, I'm Adam John.
And I'm Edward Jones.
And this is Channel 1 News, Revolutionary Recordings, turning up.
You gotta stand on.
Stop!
Check, bro. We have 7 minutes, bro.
We have
All right, ready? 5 minutes.
between Britain and France. Along
Yeah, I got it.
This is the prize brother, the